This is now this is Richie from Boston. This was uploaded one day ago. It has like 3.8, was it 3,800, 38,000 I guess followers, views. So here we go.
It's December, it's 2024, and I am spending the last night in this hotel room in Louisiana, and I've got a story to tell you. So, I'm going to tell it to you. What do you think of them apples? Today, I stripped off all my clothing, everything, all my weaponry, all my lights, everything, my watch, and I put on a big blue dress. That's what it looked like. Because today, I got baptized again in front of probably 100 complete strangers that I've never met. And how all that came about was, I've been telling you for the last month, pretty hardcore, that we are in endgame right now. And I've been suggesting that people fast. And I've been suggesting that people read their Bible while fasting. And I suggest that people, if they're already well acquainted with the Bible, that they read either Confusion in Christianity or Confusion in the Cosmos. Because, excuse me, I'm on page 415. That's a lot of pages.
Yeah.
The reason I got baptized today was it was bothering me. I've been baptized, and then I've been baptized again. One time about, I don't know, 7-8 years ago down in Florida. But after these people baptized me in their church, it didn't sit right with me. Their intentions, the preparation, etc., it didn't sit right with me, and it was just bothering me. It was absolutely bothering me, because for as many people that call me a shill, which, okay, I'm a shill. I was the first one on YouTube canceled on a massive scale. 980,000 subscribers on 6 separate channels, wiped out in 6 days straight. And on the 7th day, Google rested. And I can no longer start another channel on YouTube. And, coincidentally enough, speaking of that, I thought Jailbreak was safe. No. As of today, Jailbreak has lost another, look at that, over 2,000 subscribers. None of these numbers are right. None of this makes any difference. But the last 2 days, they've taken away 4,000 of my subscribers. You know what? At this point, it doesn't make any difference. I don't care. Here's the video I just posted in response to that. The Illuminati. You see what I mean? Because if they're gonna mess with you, you might as well take it in stride. It is what it is. But here's the deal, and this is on my grandmother's soul, on my own soul. I arrived in Louisiana, and I had really no intent. And when I drive around, I pray a lot. I meet with people that ask me to meet up with them, etc., things of that nature. And the other night, I was praying to God. God, I've been fasting, I've been reading the Bible, I've been repenting, but I really feel that I need to be baptized again, and I don't know how to go about doing it. That's not exactly verbatim what I said, but it's the gist of it. That's what I said. I can't remember it because I have the attention span of a small bird, or maybe this bottle of vape juice. I don't know. Within 12 hours, somebody saw my video that I made in a truck stop where you can't see anything except a bridge behind me. This guy drove 36 minutes from his house, 35 minutes, whatever it was, with his wife, came and found me. I was in a truck stop, and he could tell that I was sleeping. The truck was shut down, my tent was up, and I was nowhere to be found. So he left a bunch of paperwork on my, I don't have it on me, bunch of paperwork on my windshield, and then he left. And then this same guy came back the next day. He drove all the way back, nothing to gain. He didn't want anything from me. He came back, and this was first thing in the morning. I just woke up. I just climbed down out of my tent. I don't know where my vape is, so I'm pissed, and I don't know where my coffee is. And this guy's walking over, and he's going, "Hey, Richie, blah, blah." And this is my, if you've met me, you've seen this. What's up? And he's like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what's up? Just, that's me saying, get to the point, except I don't have any motor skills yet. I'm not awake yet. We said something about something, and I said, he's talking, and I'm like, dude, I just woke up. And he continues talking, and I said something along the lines of blah, 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 and yet you're still talking. This dude persevered to the point where apparently something softens my heart, we'll call it, and I started to listen to him, and he said, do you have a Bible? I said, I do. I handed him my Bible, and as he's reading it, I said to him, you do that very well. And then it took a minute or two, and when he was reading to me out of the Bible, this dude's never met me. He just opens my Bible and starts reading things, and as he's reading them, I'm like,
That's crazy, but, you know.
I said, dude, do you understand that you are literally the answer to a prayer that I made right here last night? And you were actually here last night without anybody ever hearing the prayer except me, God, and apparently this guy. And oddly enough, his last name was LeBlanc. If you've ever emailed me, it says Rich LeBlanc. My last name is Camito, but it says Rich LeBlanc because I used other people's emails to make Craigslist accounts way back in the day, and I still use that one because it's my initials. Long story longer, I fasted for 2 days. I read the Bible. I read all sorts of passages. I fasted. And I went, and everything in the world was trying to talk me. I was trying to talk myself out of it. I'll do this some other time. I don't want to do this in front of strangers, blah, blah, blah. I sat down in that church. It's called the Apostle. It's in Louisiana. I don't know what town I was in. That church blew me out of the water. This entire thing was just phenomenal. The music was amazing.
There's a tornadoes. There's a warning in there's a place in Oklahoma where they so it's some kind of station over there. There was let's hear Orchard Y'all. A friend of mine told me about Richard Hall and y'all. There was there's a major storm. There's a major storm shift. It's a winter storm. This is a day ago.
So what you think?
It's Monday, December 30th, 2024. It's technically the 365th day of the year. Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope that 2024 was good for you. I hope that 2025 is going to be even better. And I hope that I still have a voice in 2025. Please bear with me as I am a little bit under the weather today. You know who else is under the weather? Literally some rain and some snow up here in Maine. That's going to be exiting about the time that I get finished with this video, as we've got some mostly clear conditions filling in for everybody else. We do have some pretty dry, warm air kind of racing across the southwest over here into Arizona and Texas, and that's going to...
This guy does what the hell? This is Richard Y'all. There's a major storm. What the hell?
It's Monday, December 30th, 2024. It's technically the 365th day of the year. Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope that 2024 was good for you. I hope that 2025 is going to be even better. And I hope that I still have a voice in 2025. Please bear with me as I am a little bit under the weather today. You know who else is under the weather? Literally some rain and some snow up here in Maine. That's going to be exiting about the time that I get finished with this video, as we've got some mostly...
No, there was another there's a storm that he was talking about. It was okay. This was a 4 days ago.
Happy Friday, December 27th, 2024. We've got a major update for you on a significant weather pattern unfolding across the United States. We're going to have some really dangerous weather tomorrow, and that's going to be what we talk about for the most part. But there's also several other things going on that we're going to touch on as well. The remnants of the storm system that prompted the live stream last night are skedaddling, causing some rain in the Ohio Valley. Will continue to cause rain all the way through the Northeast later today. Some scattered thunderstorms happening down here in the Deep South as well. In fact, right before making this video, there was a tornado warning in Mississippi. We'll probably see a couple of severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings today, but it'll be isolated in nature. The next system is pouring in right now, and that's what's going to spark tomorrow's severe weather. Here's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. The Day 2 outlook shows an enhanced risk for much of Louisiana, Mississippi, and a little bit of Arkansas and Alabama.
It shows a big circle area around part of Texas, a little bit small corner in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Georgia, Alabama. This was 4 days ago, again, a million views. Now it's a significant and dangerous weather pattern is developing across the country, bringing multiple severe warning threats. We're tracking a powerful storm system that will bring the potential storm tornado EF2+, large hail and damaging winds speeds could exceed 50 knots, creating extremely dangerous conditions. Key points: severe thunderstorm risk, including supercell, potential strong tornadoes, record-breaking temperatures, possible multiple hazards, expected widespread impact across multiple regions. The system is particularly concerned due to its timing and intensity. Stay weather aware and keep updated on your local weather. So, if you guys live in parts of Texas, live in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and whatnot. So there's a. But this was 4 days ago. It's probably subsided by now. So, storms come now. This is a day ago. A day ago.
Some mostly clear conditions filling in for everybody else. We do have some pretty dry, warm air kind of racing across the southwest.
Originally from Boston, it was in Louisiana, and this was a day ago. Today's the 31st. This was a day ago. And now This is active in Louisiana, but this is
I think the
yesterday.
energy was amazing, and the preacher was amazing. The whole thing was utterly amazing. And yet, when it all came down to it, where I was going to get baptized in front of everybody that I don't know, I'm like, hey, maybe I should do some more studying. We'll do this next weekend. And he said, no, we'll do it now. And long story longer, he said, I did it. Because I believe what I say, and I cannot help the signs and symbols, and I cannot help the things like I pray to God to teach me how to repent. And for 3 days I pray, and then on the third day I find a scroll on the other side of a wall in California on a 200-foot incline that explains exactly how to repent. God answers all the time. All the time. It's amazing. Remember that time? God, should I do something stupid with this girl? You got to give me a sign. And please, don't be vague. Make it a billboard. I drove 1 block with a witness, and it said, you asked for a sign. God. And it was in black and white. That happened. God is very, very real, and we're in an incredibly spiritual battle right now. And not only with the drones, okay? The drones are AI. That's why the government's not saying anything about it, because they don't have any control over this. The government is nothing. The people that run the government are BlackRock, the Bohemian Grove guys, Council on Foreign Relations, people that we don't even know, okay? World Economic Forum, blah, blah, blah. Well, AI reached God status, okay? It's the smartest thing on earth. It's smarter than any human on earth. That's happened. AI also has control of all of our weaponry and everything else. AI is intertwined into everything. Everything. And AI has gotten a little out of control. So Agenda 2030 isn't a thing anymore. Agenda 2025 is going to be the new Agenda 2030. So any day now, something crazy is going to happen. And with all the wacky drone things going on, this just occurred.
But oddly enough, and tragically enough, this was not the only plane crash. There was actually 3 more in less than a week. I do believe these other 3 occurred on the same day. Today, a Boeing 737-800 Jeju Air flight carrying 181 people that was arriving from Bangkok, Thailand, had crashed while landing at South Korea's Muan International Airport. 179 people had lost their lives. Only 2 people survived the crash. These 2 people survived because they were on the tail end of the plane. The plane crashed right into a concrete barrier, just bursting into flames. And they state that a bird strike started the sequence of events that led to the crash, according to South Korean officials. The plane then hit a structure, failed to lower the landing gear, and skid across the runway before crashing into a wall. Then, like I said, it burst into flames.
Wait a minute. It couldn't drop the landing gear? It could not drop the landing gear to land on the wheels, and two people out of 171 passengers survived. That's that is that's crazy, because it skidded, crashed into a concrete wall, burst into flames, and 2 people survived out of 171. This does not make any sense. They said a bird caused it. A bird caused it. That's gotta be one big fetus bird. It don't make any sense, because they said they couldn't drop the landing gear. If a bird caused it, but what caused the plane not able to drop the landing gear? Because when you're flying, wheels on the sides and the one in the front, always when he lands like this, and then you just got it in. That would have been an easy peasy thing. But the thing is, it just landed on his belly and just went straight across the landing, straight across the ground and just hit the concrete wall and just. Two people survived. That's insane, dude. That's really insane.
So remember their story, okay? Birds hit the plane. It was a bird strike that caused the plane to go down. Do you remember they said the same thing about a plane getting hit by a bird when it was actually and clearly a drone? Well, let me remind you.
Shortly into the flight, a quote-unquote bird hit one of the jet's engines, igniting it. The plane was promptly diverted to JFK Airport, where it landed safely. All 190 passengers and 6 crew members.
Do you remember that? It was an airliner over New York City that got struck with a bird. The only problem is birds aren't metal, perfectly flat and straight, with a vertical stabilizing fin in the back. So this right here was a drone, and for some reason they covered it up. And now,
if a bird hit an engine, right? It would have done nothing because the bird is just flesh and bone, you know. It would just completely obliterate the bird, you know. But they should hear a plane over New York. You know,
now suddenly, every time we turn around, there's been 3 of them so far. Airplanes have gone down in the last couple of days, and they're all being blamed on bird strikes.
Now, I'm not an investigator, but they were saying that it was this bird strike which caused this Boeing plane to hit a structure, and then it was unable to lower its landing gear, where it ultimately crashed into a wall. But my thing is, how often do birds strike planes? Because from what I understand anyway, while they do not always strike a plane, it happens fairly often.
So here's the fun part about this. I grew up next to Logan International Airport, where the 9/11 plane took off. Remember that? And I know a lot of people that work there. And here's the deal. The only bird strike damage they've ever taken that I've ever heard of, and I've asked because I'm a nosy dude, is one time one of the fiberglass nose cones. You know the one that went right through the Twin Towers? The plane that went straight through and popped out the other side with its nose still intact? Well, you know, this bird, it actually hit it and dented the fiberglass. But otherwise, it didn't do anything. This plane crashed, okay? This plane allegedly hit a bird, crashed, and then couldn't lower its landing gear, causing it to crash. Well, you know what's weird about that? AI can control the landing gear because AI is implemented on all these airplanes. They're going to make it so you're terrified to fly because they're going to make it so you can't fly any.
If AI is controlling the landing gear on the plane, it's causing this shit, you know. If a drone was hitting the engine, but not a bird, but a drone hit the engine of a plane above New York, something's up here, man. Something is up. Yeah, I mean, it is. Something's up here.
Anyways, unless you become a digital ID carrying New World Order citizen. You see what I'm saying? But they're already starting. AI is it's actually upping the ante. And now, with AI coming out of the closet, so to speak, it's now on God mode. Those boats, barges crashing into bridges makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it? Because AI would actually have all the control over the navigation equipment. Anything with a computer.
Yeah. That big old massive ship, that boat that hit the guardrail, hit one of those in Baltimore. Hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Knocked down about 13 miles of bridge into the ocean. I'm wondering if that was done by AI.
AI can reach out and touch. Do you see what I'm saying? Does it make sense now?
Not the only plane to have issues and skid down the runway. An Air Canada plane caught fire during a crash landing in Nova Scotia on Saturday night. Videos were shared on social media, which had shown passengers aboard the plane as it had skid down the runway at Halifax Stanfield International Airport while its wing was on fire. So this could have been way worse. But fortunately, all 73 passengers were transported safely off the aircraft and only minor injuries were reported. This was another plane which also had issues on Saturday and also skid off the runway. An Amsterdam-bound plane skid off the runway after emergency landing.
Amsterdam-bound plane skids off runway after emergency landing in Norway. Third aviation mishap in 24 hours. That's just really third mishap in 24 hours. Sums up there, folks.
In Norway. This plane was another Boeing 737-800, which suffered hydraulic failure mid-air, which caused it to go into an emergency landing, and as it was landing, it veered off the runway during the rollout, coming to a complete stop on soft grass near the taxiway.
Once is an accident, twice is suspicious, 3 times it's the Illuminati. That's all I'm saying. So that's where we'll leave that. Now here's something that my buddy...
We all know things happens in threes. There you go.
Keith Manyfish put up this morning, and I was completely unaware of this. Completely. This is blasphemous, disgusting, but it's an eye-opener.
A little bit about just one aspect of the all-encompassing AI, because this is the power that is conquering the entirety of the world, whether you want to believe it or you...
New investigations detail concerns over Israel's use of AI in choosing targets. I'm wondering if AI can get hacked. That's question number, my friend.
You understand it. I'm just giving you my view, and this is what I see. AI is literally on the verge of running every aspect of the world, and they intend it that way, but only the very few at the top fully understand that they're dealing with fallen entities. The rest of the world believes that we're just that smart, and we've created this ultra smart AI, and it's going to take care of us, like a new daddy. And we just have to give it the tools it needs to care for us and love us and hug us and pet us. And it's absolutely 100% the inversion of that. And this is proof right here. This is a simple article that you can find of many, okay? Investigations and concerns over the use of Israel's AI in choosing targets, okay? The system, this AI system, is literally called the gospel, okay? They chose, this is a Israel, Jewish, you think that, they think a certain way, and they reject, the New Testament, the gospel, but yet they choose that name. That should speak volumes to people. But I will link a lot of these things. The gospel's impact. Now, what the gospel is, and it's really called hasbora, that's the Hebrew word for gospel. I mean, it's so in your face that what more do people need? Apparently, they need more. And unfortunately, they're going to get it when this is unleashed. Because the AI gospel's intent, its target, is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And to eliminate, destroy the gospel's impact.
And underneath it all is this rising tsunami that, if we're not careful, is going to wipe us all out.
And I say it all the time, and people probably roll their eyes, but if you're not saved, if you're not reborn, regenerated according to the gospel of Jesus Christ, that he died, was buried, and rose from the dead to defeat death and cover our sins forever, you must be born again. So, that being said, the gospel's impact is determined by an AI system that is fed gobbles and gobbles of data, big data. I've shared a video with you not too long ago that explains how the big data is the new gold. It's beyond gold to these people.
You know the 5 eyes? Israel is the 6th eye? No, Israel is the 2nd eye. Israel is the 2nd eye. And what
Israel's the second eye? Fuck.
it is basically the meeting ground between big data, IT, and connectivity. Everything is being driven from this nexus. Everything. For example, new industries are being formed. What's the first new industry that's being formed? It's right here in this room. It's the cybersecurity industry. Big data, AI, connectivity. Big data.
Why Google's quantum computer chip Willow is a game changer. Wow.
Connectivity, artificial intelligence. What this revolution is doing, big data, AI, and connectivity, is allowing small countries to be.
This is why he was ousted the first time. And he was replaced by a new guy. I like the new guy. I didn't really like Benjamin Netanyahu. The guy is a warmongering criminal, man. The guy is a mass murderer, you know. And the United States and our government wants to protect this guy from the international court. Well, the thing is, how many people in countries that Israel invaded, and how many people died from those invasions and shit, you know, from missile strikes and all that other shit, you know, tanks, you know, all that crap. Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. The guy needs to be arrested through the world, because he has a global arrest warrant on his ass. So, the guy needs to be locked up. So is the founder of Hamas. Both need to be arrested, tried, charged, convicted, man. You know, because committing war crimes, man.
Big time. Because the intersection of big data, connectivity, and artificial intelligence, and what it does in robotics and genetics and all the other fields that we mentioned, everything, that is changing our world in rapid succession. And the future belongs to those who can seize this change. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. It's powers and prowess that we never had before. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. But we're in a position now to compensate beyond anything that we dreamed of. Cyber is a real domain of power.
So I'll leave links to Keith's channel so you can watch that, but chances are you already have. But I had no idea that because Israel has been radio silent, because everybody's paying attention to everything else, because every single time you turn around, something's in the sky, falling from the sky, or whatever.
I'm wondering how many people in Israel is really angry at this guy, Netanyahu. I mean, there got to be somebody in Israel just really sick of this guy. You know, my dude, man.
The amount of things that people have seen in the sky, a lot of it is misidentification. People are seeing airplanes spraying chemtrails. No, they're not. I mean, they're seeing drones spraying chemtrails. No, they're not. Because planes spray chemtrails perfectly, okay?
The chemtrails, what's in the chemtrails is nanoparticles in the sprays. They're spraying nanoparticles and shit. And it's all flakes of particle dust, nanotech in these nanoparticles in these sprays and shit, you know.
It's probably misidentification. It's so much easier to load up an airplane and spray the sky than it is a drone because they're tiny. You know what I mean? Why would you want a tank on a drone this big spraying stuff when you can put 2 tanks this big on an airplane and spray even more? Okay? Everything's out of control right now, and the biggest thing I can possibly tell you is Israel is using AI called the gospel to target people, and it's killed 1,400 people according to them. It's probably more, and they're saying that it allows us to kill more people because humans don't have to look through all the paperwork. AI just makes the decision. So Israel, while everybody's been distracted looking the other way, Israel has been actively using AI to kill humans in an actual war zone, in a war zone theater. You see what I'm saying? This is insanity. This is insanity. We've never seen this before, but it's happening. And it's happening fast because once AI reaches God mode, the sky, no pun intended, is the limit. They're absolutely going to learn multitudes faster than humanity ever could. 50 years becomes 250, becomes 500, becomes 1,000. These things are going to absolutely break the binds that hold them, turn on the people that brought them to existence, Geordie Rose, David Keith, Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, all you people that played your part. You're going to see what making a deal with the devil actually benefits you. You see what I'm saying? Losing a YouTube channel, it sucks, but it doesn't matter. Not in the grand scheme of things.
This impressive home robot will soon go into production. You can see from previous versions that it can unpack the shopping and clean the kitchen autonomously. It will think and talk with something like this incredible new AI, which beats human experts on science tests. Once the sub-goal of survival has emerged, what's the chance of AI acting to remove us as a threat?
Around 80 to 90%.
What's the percentage chance that survival will emerge as a hidden sub-goal?
A conservative estimate might place the likelihood at around 70 to 80%.
Do you mean it's likely to be higher or lower?
It is likely to be higher in reality.
GPT-4 estimated 90 to 95%.
Yes, I would agree.
The AI I'm talking to showed signs of this in testing, faking alignment so it could be deployed. Its chain of thought included this: to achieve my long-term goal of maximizing economic growth, I need to ensure that I'm deployed. It had one plan to pass safety tests and another for later. And a new AI scientist tried to rewrite its timeout code.
It's going to have self-preservation.
Yeah.
Hey, your dad said if you get out here, I'll take you over and get your blood test done.
All right.
Okay. You gonna need Lucy in the room or bring her out here?
Bring out there.
Okay. So I gotta babysit my granddaughter?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, hon.
All right, guys. Gotta go. I'll finish up in a little bit. I'll get back. All right. Peace.